Welcome to the Advocates. I'm Aaron Dean. Today we're taking a look at two trailblazers in their respective fields. The first is tech entrepreneur E.C. Pizarro, who has paved his way in his field as a trans man. Pizarro collaborates with companies and groups to help get more diverse voices in places where it matters most. He was honored last year as an Out 100 honoree for his work. Let's check back in with him again. We just released the newest class of the Out 100 honorees, and you were honored last year. So tell us, what was it like to be recognized for the work that you're doing and to be celebrated amongst your peers?
It was mind-blowing. That was my first year not being stealth, low disclosure, and fully visible and out. So it was very overwhelming, but also to feel the embrace and love of a community that I've been around, but been in the shadows and no one knew I was a part of the community. So being embraced that way was magical. The reception was great. Shout out and congratulations to all of the honorees this year. Like, y'all are gonna have a blast. I really, really enjoyed it. I met some really dope people that I'm still in contact with from that class of Out 100. So, it's a great opportunity to just network with other people that are doing the work, but also celebrate that the work is being done, because there's so much work to do. It's oftentimes difficult as leaders in the community to realize that there is so much to celebrate because we're doing such a good job.
Carlos Basquiat knows the value of hard work and self-belief. He just wrapped up working with Beyoncé as one of the dolls for the Renaissance World Tour. Like many others, I was amazed by his stage presence, but Basquiat knows just how far he's come, from being a kid who experienced bullying in the Bronx to performing alongside one of the greatest artists of all time. What is younger Carlos saying about this moment? What have you said to him?
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about this the other day. I was telling him that, I'm proud that he didn't give up. I grew up in a very tough neighborhood in the Bronx. I endured a lot of bullying in school. And there was so many times that I was also, at a very young age, it was still taboo, back then to be out and to be proud. And, I went through a lot of very suicidal thoughts at the time at a very young age. And so dance, was my only outlet. And I was just telling him that I'm very proud that he never gave up. I'm proud that he, stayed on the path of positivity, and prayer, um, and he's so thankful for the parents that's always supported him through the years, and um, and we did it. We did it. Yeah.
How can more artists work to create safe spaces for queer talent to shine in front of audiences?
I think more artists can create spaces by um, making themselves involved in shows and jobs that are created by the LGBTQ plus community. Like doing a lot of, live pride shows, and um, being a part of, different organizations that throw all these amazing events. Is really giving those type of spaces for individuals like myself in the community to showcase their talent, because a lot of the times, the industry can be very funny, you know, and wanting a certain type of representation, and so I also feel we're living in a time where there's a lot of artists that are being allies of the community, right? And performing at a lot of these events. And performing at these events is creating the space to bring in the people that are going to be able to emote the representation that it needs for us to be seen,
And for someone who's watching, another young Carlos out there who's watching this,
Mm.
like, I went to the tour, I saw Carlos on that stage, I watched him on Legendary, whatever it may be. What do you say to the next up and coming dancer? What is your advice to them?
Keep training, keep pushing, don't give up, um, work hard, stay tenacious, stay determined. Um, Surround yourself with people that support what you do. Surround yourself with people that are doing what you do. Um, it's very important to have a strong circle of friends that are successful, because then you can feed off of their success, in a way where you're inspired by what they're doing, and you see the hard work that they're putting into what they love to do. And so that alone just gives you the energy and the inspiration to keep pushing to get to that stage. Like I feel like if I didn't have the circle of friends that I have that are super talented, and super determined, I don't think that I'll be here today. Because of them, I've been able to see all the hard work that they have poured into their craft. And I'm like, if my friends can do it, I can do it, and their support, like, we're so proud of you. Continue pushing, continue training, really, really expand your vocabulary in this craft, because the more tricks you have in your bag, the more accessible you're going to be to different types of jobs. And so, I think that those are some tips that I can give for the next, dancer that's looking at me saying that I really want to do what he does, and in my inboxes, I get that all the time. I get individuals telling me, we're so inspired by what you do. You motivate me. You inspire me. And so that alone just inspires me to keep going and keep doing, and making sure that I'm, planting seeds where I can be in spaces where I can bring individuals like, myself into the same space and give them the opportunity, to really showcase their gifts.
Yeah, I love that. I was like,
Hmm.
you know what? Okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. Now I'm not a dancer. I'm not a dancer. Not at all. I can Cupid shuffle till the lights turn off. I'm not a dancer.
I
But
love that.
to wrap it all up, tell us what's next for you. Plug some stuff. I know you probably got a lot of stuff going on, so tell us.
So right now, I'm actually gearing. I'm heading into. I just switched over agencies. Um, I feel like as an artist, um, there's always room for growth, right? And you have to look at where you are and see how you're expanding and how you're not expanding. And so I switched over to a different agency with a lot more departments. I want to venture into the commercial world, into the print world, into the digital media. So I'm doing a lot of shoots right now, a lot of modeling shoots. And I'm just, I'm gearing up. I honestly don't have anything as we speak right now. There are some projects that I have coming up that I can't really touch base on, but they're amazing opportunities. And I think that right now in the industry, this is usually our downtime. So this is usually where, as an artist, you think about what's gonna be the next um, step in your career. And so, it's about planting them seeds and making sure that you're staying ready so you don't have to get ready. And so
Okay.
I've just been in the gym, staying physically ready, mentally ready, and when the new year hits, I truly feel that the same way that I was able to manifest this tour and manifest working with Beyonce, that I have a list of things that I write down every day in my journal that I'm ready to accomplish, and I have no doubt in my mind that the universe is going to grant me those manifestations. So I'm excited for 2024 for sure. Who knows?
I'm
Maybe another
excited.
tour with Beyonce. You
You never
know,
know. I mean, and
I
if you
gotta
do,
put it out there.
I'm gonna yes. And if when you do, I'm gonna be at the next DC location just like I was this last time. So
Okay.
but Carlos, thank you again for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. It was such an honor
Absolutely.
to talk to you, and I just can't wait to see what else you do.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Erin. Thank you so much, you guys, for having me.
Thanks so much for watching The Advocates. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to stream us live, and you can even subscribe to our YouTube channel. For The Advocate channel, I'm Aaron Dean.